How are my dear friends? I missed y'all because I wasn't able to do one Friday. I could not get IG under control, but it's been perfect ever since then. It's Saturday morning, perfect. My brows, the browing. Now I still use my Valentino pen, right? This is good stuff, okay? Look at how tiny that is. It's from Kosas, it's brand new, and I feel like my brows look so defined, yet still so soft. I think we're on to something with this. I'll have to do a tutorial using it. But it's so small and the color is so nice and neutral, not too red, not too brown. The shade that I used was dark brown. Yep, dark brown. I want to try it before we do a tutorial, but we're gonna do a tutorial. And you're thinking, well, you still had to use this. I did, but 99.9% sure I'm gonna be able to just use this. I just use this because I only really use it towards this one part of the brow. Pretty sure that I could draw these little hairs, but I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more because look at how tiny. Look at that. And it's not released yet, so it is coming soon. But that all being said, let me play around with it more. So far, this might be one of my new favorite brow pencils. It's just so tiny and it just glides and it didn't pool and it's not too waxy. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to try this out more. Well, of course, I'll just start keeping y'all updated. Now look what I got. I purchased this. There it is right in front of me. I got so excited. I had to have it because I have the volume 1. So this is volume 2. And since it's Feral Monday, I want to try to use as many of these colors as possible. Isn't that pretty? Woo. Woo. It's very spicy price, so I will say I totally enjoy the other one so much. I need to get it back out, but I don't talk about it a lot, the other one, because I purchased the other one myself too, but I just know it's such a spicy price. But so is Pat McGrath, and I really and truly prefer these formulas more. So we're going to do a watercolor shimmer situation. Remember, it is Feral Monday, so on Mondays we just go feral with our makeup. We just do things that are just fun, and they just, as a creative, these are just in me and I need to get them out. These types of looks. I don't exactly know where this is going, but I semi have a vision. Now let's make sure that this is nice and smooth across the lid. And I'm doing a translucent eyeshadow base because I feel that seeing your skin underneath these shimmers is going to be... Well, I was recording. You're definitely going to need to trust the process with this. So I grabbed this shade and we're going to use this small brush and we're just placing it, just randomly placing it. Cool. Let's do this. Then I'm wiping my brush on Sheila. We're just going to use the same brush. The fibers aren't going to absorb. See this? There's not even shimmer there. I swear these are my favorite looks to do. It's a fun way to use a palette and use all of the colors. So now let's just take this shade underneath. I love it. Still the same brush. Okay, let's see, what do we want to do now? Let's grab, I'm just trying to grab really random colors. Let's grab this one. We'll just place it here. Oh, look how cool that is, because it's a flip. That's so cool. Let me swatch that one for you. Which one did I grab? Who knows? Which one did I grab? Oh, I grabbed this one. So it's a really orangey green flip. Wow, I barely touched that. These pigments are wild. So we'll take that here. Time of my life. Thank y'all for letting me do these looks on Monday. I grabbed this color now. And it's on the center of our brush. So beautiful. Now we're taking this shade, and I will say this shade is a little similar to this one that we already used. I have it there. You can see it's more pink, and this one's a little bit more orange, but it's pretty similar. We grab that on the center. So much fun picking up a little bit more. I lose track of them because they look so different when the light's hitting them differently. Just trying to make sure that they match. There we go. Now this color is so pretty. Look at this. So it's a blue frosty shift with a lot of gold in it. Look at how pretty the blue is there. I want to see these on top of a black base as well. Don't you worry. I paid a lot of money for this. We are going to be using it. So I want to see this on a black base, which we'll probably do later this week. I try to take it easy on Tuesday. We'll call it Take It Easy Tuesday. We'll do something less feral tomorrow. Wow, that is so pretty. Let's see, what else do we want to add now? I know I want to add the blue. Let's go ahead and grab the blue. Maybe we'll add it here. This one's more of a glitter. So don't be alarmed at the fallout. It's perfectly normal, especially how much I just picked. All you have to do, if you don't even want to wipe it away, just flake it away. Just fluff it away, I should say, with the spoolie. No big deal. But I am gonna just place it kind of here in this little circle because I think we want to put another color there. Now, we're grabbing this one. Oh, this excites me so much. Let's fill this in here. I just think these colors are so perfect going into our autumn months. I'm gonna add some more. And then I'm gonna start to kind of feather that up here. Maybe feather that there. And by feather, I just mean ever so lightly tap it and melt those colors together. But feathering, it just sounds very soft. We just want a very light touch for this. I'm trying to decide. I think I want to use that same shade. I think I want to use some of it here too. Yes. Perfect. I think we're going to be able to use all of the colors, y'all. Maybe one. No, we can even use them underneath. We're going to be able to use all of the colors. I challenge myself. So let's use this greeny blue brown flip. That's going to go here in the center. By the way, we've used the same E27 the entire time. All you got to do is just wipe it off lightly on Sheila. Connect that. Let's add some sparkle. This color actually does remind me quite a bit of ColourPop Tassel. It's this one right here. If you're wondering what this one is, this one has a green flip. See that? That one's got the green, and then this one's pure white. You can see that difference. So we're using this one on our brow bone. I'm gonna build it up. So we're using the same dark sparkly blue, this one. So pretty. I wanted to show you when light. Look at this one when light isn't hitting it. They're just so fun. Oof. But I'm taking that and I'm just going to extend it this way. And then we'll just clean it up with some micellar water. I can't wait for you to see this in lower lighting. I'm going to show y'all in different lighting. I'm going to run all around my room. So now I'm going to grab this shade. And then we're just going to press that into the lash line. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and start adding a lash. Part of me wants to just take this purple color. And I'm taking it on a fluffier brush. just to kind of pull it across over here. And the reason I switched to a bigger brush is because I just wanted to cover more area. And I'm not going back and forth, I'm just going in one direction and kind of pulling that towards the temple, just to kind of soften that. Let's just throw on our Moonlight lashes. I feel like it'll give us some floof, but it won't take away and hide all of our fun watercolory goodness. Nice. This eye, I'm so excited. But let's move on, let's try foundation. Let's try a new foundation. So Revlon originally sent me 3 shades, but they were all way too light. So I passed by this yesterday at CVS and I went, oh, I need that. That's exactly what I said. So I picked up the shade. This is 309 Toasted Beige. Let's make sure it's nice and shaken up. And I did test it on my hand when I got home. And it seems to dry down a little bit darker, which I don't mind. So I think it's gonna be a good match. It kind of smells like paint. Not in a strong, overwhelming way, but there's a paint smell. We should do a comparison between the one I love and this one, the new one. All right, let's work this in. Pretty good match to my neck, just a smidge too light, but bronzer would fix that anyways. So to me, this is already not looking as smooth as, there you go, you can kind of see it separating, and I just have my normal skin prep on. I don't like that. Color stay. We love color stay. I love color stay. This one, I don't know. Let's try adding a little bit more. What we're seeing sometimes is these brands, they want to put a lot of skincare into the foundations, and sometimes those certain skincare ingredients aren't really meshing with that foundation formula, so that can be what's sabotaging the formula. There's the squalane in it, and there's 5% of it, and there's hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid, sometimes on me and for me, even if I try to wear it underneath, you'll notice I don't really pair makeup with it. It's a very juicy, plumping active. And since it is such a plumping active, an active is an active ingredient like niacinamide, hyaluronic, it sometimes just sabotages the formula. Like right now, this is not sitting nicely on my skin, and nothing is any different than what I would do. Again, it could even be climate. It could be so many different things. I'd never want to just be like, oh my God, really, Revlon? This is horrible. I just can't do that, because that could make somebody else feel bad about enjoying it. And that's not what we're here to do. We're here to truly just enjoy makeup, even if we all like a different kind of makeup. But this is just not, I don't think it's gonna be one I enjoy. I'm gonna finish the rest of my face with it, but I don't think I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna wear it at least 4 hours too, and then I'll keep y'all updated. But have y'all tried this foundation yet? But if you've ever wondered why you just don't see a ton of negative reviews, it's because you just, I've been doing this a long time, and for me to say that something is bad is just not right, because obviously there are top sellers for a reason. People enjoy them. See this difference, how it dries down though? Also not a bad thing. That's something I would never consider a bad thing. I feel like we hear the word oxidize and we think that's such a bad thing, but it's at the end of the day, it's not. The only thing it does is it hinders us picking our correct shade. But if you'll just swatch things and let them dry down at least 10 minutes, you would be able to pick that perfectly. So I think we need to take back that word in foundation. But I feel like all of the actives being added, sometimes they have really good benefits, and then they have, they give us issues like what I'm having right now. It could just be like me adding too much skincare to my face. This would be like me adding another layer of hyaluronic acid that I didn't need with all of the Elemis skin prep that I've already done. So it's just like having too much skincare on underneath your foundation. It's exactly what it is. So this might work if I was to use less skin prep, which I could absolutely do, but I know that I already love my other Revlon one. So I don't see myself switching, but again, we're still committed here. I mean, it's obviously not horrific. It's just not laying beautifully like the color stay. But this is a really important lesson. I'm glad that this happened. We learned. Them actives be acting up. Oh, and by the way, really quickly, just about the coverage, it's very light. It says it's a medium coverage. Now, it's definitely a natural finish. I would even say a little bit more dewy, but this is less than medium coverage to me because it definitely does not want to cover up my nose freckles, and that's how I gauge things. By the way, I love my nose freckles. I don't talk a lot about my family, but my daddy had so many freckles and they remind me of him. So don't ever think that I always want to cover them up or anything because I love them, but it's a really good way to gauge what's going on with the formula. Now let's do some bronzing. Still on my Armani drop craze. Oh, I love these. And I honestly feel like a monster for loving them because I know they're so spicy priced, but like I've said, I've been able to use them for eyeshadow now, liquid bronzer, darkening foundations, just all over a mood boost. I love them so much. They're so easy to blend. Oh, I'm using shade 100 today. Yes, 100. It's just so easy, so natural. They are very heavily scented. I always want to remind y'all of that. Can I help you, heavy breather? Jean Bean? Jean Bean just came in my room. So let's just blend these out with our C40. This is our bronzer brush here. I'm probably gonna layer some powder on top. And by powder, I meant powder bronzer. I wanna put my Mob Beauty on top of this. Thought that would be fun. In fact, I'm testing these out and I'll be posting them here too. I already posted one, but the Myra Cosmetics blushes, these ones, I already used one and I loved it. Please send help. If I don't come back in the next slide, just know that there was a goblin that ate me. But anyways, I'm not leaving yet. I'll get my concealer on. I'm sorry to yell at y'all, I'm excited. But I will hop off and film another one of those, the Myra liquid blush. I think I'm just gonna do the concealer underneath my eyes. I just feel that with these kind of mermaid eye looks, I love just lightly evened out skin. I don't want a full fancy glam. This boy down here, we need to look into his situation. He's a heavy breathing boy. If you're wondering why he does breathe like that, so Gene was completely feral 3 years ago now. I tamed him. Took me 3 months to tame him. Now he's an angel baby from heaven. But that being said, when he came to me, he has an eye that's been poked out, and it looks like maybe a dog bit his head, and when that happened, it kind of crushed his sinuses, so he has a little trouble breathing. But the vet says it just sounds a lot worse than what it is. So if you've ever wondered, he is fine. I don't want y'all to think he's congested. He was just a feral kitty that was beat up, and now he has a happy Gene life. So let's blend this out with our C31. And then we'll be able to finish our eye once we get everything set. But I'm gonna do the liquid blush. I'll come back and I'll tell you what shade I use, but I just had a lot of requests for more shades, and I respond to the comments there on TikTok, and then I post the TikToks here. I'll post that really pretty smoky purple eye here tonight. Had a lot of requests for that to be posted because I know that TikTok isn't available in some countries. So I know, I got y'all. Okay, I think Gene wants to go out. Oh my gosh, Gene Bean. Gene. Yeah? Okay. Okay, I'm back. Let's set with our Givenchy powder. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. So the shade that I use, and I love them by the way, the shade I used was Biggest Fan. And I went a little heavy because I know that I'm gonna put my powder on top and it's gonna take it down a little bit. So, let's even that out on our puff. Again, this is the Givenchy powder. With cream blushes, we normally set them. So what we need to take into consideration is that they're going to get covered and kind of dulled down a little bit, just a hair, right? So don't be afraid to kind of get a little wild with that blush, because a lot of times one of the biggest comments I still get is my blush is disappearing, and we don't realize it, but put on a little extra because it's gonna get covered. And I'll tag the powder here. So this is just the Givenchy powder that I've been using for the past, since 2018. I actually, a picture came up on my Snapchat memories, and it was me and my friend Melissa, and it was from 2018, August 2018. And we were at Sephora, and she was actually the one that told me to pick up this Givenchy powder. And I was like, oh my gosh, it has been so long. So I do set the center with this powder. The blush is so pretty. Now I'm gonna bronze just a little bit more. Ooh, wrong brush. Grab my C40 and I'm gonna grab my M36 bronzer from Mob Beauty. And this will kind of just set that perimeter of the face as well. Nice. I hear Ben, he's having cereal. I heard the bowl. I want cereal. By the way, this foundation is peeling a little bit. Again, you might enjoy it because you might not love the skincare that I love. So I'm pretty sure what's happening, it's just too much skincare on top of skincare, which can lead to peeling, which is a learning moment for some of us. What we're gonna do, because we're not here to have bad makeup days. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna take our powder foundation, one little tap in, and I'm using this one from Laura Geller, and I'm just going to lightly press it where I have the most peeling, the most lifting and rolling, that product roll. And what that's gonna do is just gonna fill in those gaps. Add some there. Add a little bit here too. So it'll just kind of go in there and fix anything that might be separating. And we're just using a very small amount. This is a really good way to kind of patch makeup without having to wipe it all off and start over. Let's finish up underneath our eye. So we're gonna take a little bit of our Milk eye primer underneath here. Then we need our C31 to smooth that out. Do we though? Are we gonna get it? There it is. I'm gonna take the more pointy side and just kind of take that and tap back and forth. Okay, let's finish it up. Let's grab that same E27. And what do we think? I think I want this color in the center. Y'all know this is my favorite color. I just can't help myself. Then I grabbed this shade again. I went ahead and just connected this. Oh, let me finish this side too. Back into the dark blue. That one in the center. Okay, and I'm just wiping my brush off on Sheila. Then I grabbed this shade. Place that here. Do not worry, then it's gone. We ain't got time for that. Don't panic. Nobody panic. I picked up more of that amber shade, this one. I think I used every color, y'all. Ooh, I know you're thinking, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. And then we'll just finish this underneath here. Every color. That is a lip product. Are we ready? I think we want to put this on top. Okay, About Face sent this over. I just got it Saturday. I have not tried them. We're trying them together. But they also sent over some of their paint lip colors, which I've never tried. I think I'm just going to throw this color on. Okay, we're not to the topper yet. I'm so sorry. I'm just so excited. This is the shade Not Your Baby. Okay, stunning. Oh, who remembers the OCC lip tars? Do you remember those? 2014? This smells just like it. And then before that completely dries, I'm just going to move it around with this lip liner. Okay, I'm feeling fall. I feel like this look is very autumn. And this is from Exa. Really nice, gliding on. We love Exa. Look at this. We're gonna let this dry. And and I filmed the TikTok, so you'll be able to see it going on. You'll be able to see it. Okay, let it dry. By the way, it doesn't transfer like you would think glitter does. Here, I'm gonna show you. So it's barely transferred. In fact, I think most of that sparkle that you're seeing on my hand is, hang on, let me try to find a not sparkly spot. It's from the eyeshadow palette. The things I do for y'all. There you go. You can see where the lipstick is a little bit. That's right there, just so you know. So it doesn't come off like you would think glitter would come off. There you go. You can see my lip line right there. See that? Look, I actually don't think there's any sparkle. Now I'm going to go get different pictures of this in different lighting because these are so multi-chrome. They're so cool. This palette is so cool. I can't wait. I'll just use one tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll compromise and I will just use, I'm too excited, one shade. I don't know what shade we want to use though. I love this palette. I feel like I'm going to reach for it nonstop. I like this one better than the first version. The first one had a lot of greens and a lot of colors like this. It did have a nice black, but I'm going to reach for this one more. I think tomorrow we'll just use the purple. I feel like purple, it's a really nice kind of in-between feral color. So we'll just use that in some warm tones tomorrow. That'll be really good. I love y'all so much. I'm gonna post the smoky purple here for everyone that doesn't have TikTok. And I will see you in those comments later tonight. I love you so much.